I feel alive. I'm not entirely sure if StreamYard knows that I am. Hello, if there's anyone out there, say hi. I think it'll come up. So if someone can let me know if this works, because I always have my doubts. You're getting a very scruffy Treasure Part this morning. It's all been a bit mad mayhem, running around, stuff of life, basically. Absolutely nothing to do with reselling. Well, a little bit to do with reselling. I had a very large blanket to parcel up, and I sort of had this wrestling match with it, because what I have realised is that if you send something that's between 1 and 2 kilos, then going pack link is the best way. But if it's up to 1 kilo, it actually doesn't seem to make any difference whether you do it on My Hermes. I'm talking about My Hermes because that's what I use. My Hermes direct or with pack link. Although I think you get more insurance with My Hermes directly. Don't hold me to that, but I know my alarm bells go off when I know I've got a small parcel that's between 1 and 2 kilos, and then I have to do the pack link label and not my usual My Hermes. Saves a bit of money, but then you have to be careful about the sizing. So this is hence why I was wrestling. I mean, literally kind of squashing and taping to try and make sure it wasn't bigger than a large parcel, bigger than a small parcel. Oh God, shall I start again? Oh, hello, we've got people in. Hello, Lainey. That's Big Girls Don't Cry for anyone who's out there. That's Lainey. Hello, lovely. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're fine. Scooby Shaggy. Hello. Bronwyn. Hello. I have seen you now. I've seen your videos. Everyone go and watch Bronwyn. She's lovely. And it's interesting all the different brands that you get in Australia. Occasionally I pick up the odd Australian brand, and I think the stuff's very well made, but it's not so known over here. DBG. Hello. Good morning. Hello, Pound Girl. Hi, Kath. Hope you're all right. And Andrea. Hello. Not that busy this morning then? I roped you all in. Hi, Karen. It's afternoon. Yes, it is afternoon, isn't it? Oh, my God. That was the morning gone quickly. It's not a massive haul. I spent about £28 in one of my favourite charity shops. The lovely, lovely ladies, who are all absolutely delightful, had been restocking, and there was stuff everywhere. So I kind of had to, really. I just felt like going out. The weather was beautiful. I know I've got a lot of scheduling to do today and matching pictures to drafts, but I wanted to have some time out, because we do this because we want quality of life, don't we? Oh, you've been outside today. Oh, lovely. Well, Lidl isn't the most exciting place in the world, but, you know, getting out there, that's what matters. So well done, you, Lainey. Keep it going. You'll have some days when it all feels better and other days when it's a bit pants, but you're going in the general direction, and that's the key, isn't it? So everyone's saying hello to each other. Yep, that's all lovely. Oh, where do I begin? Oh, I did take my own bags as well. Like I said, I've literally just come back in the door with these and thought I'll do this before I photograph them, before I take the stickers off, because that's what happens. I go to do a haul and I realise I've done my photography and I've taken the stickers off, and then I'm racking my brains as to what the hell they cost. Sparkly shoes. Apparently sparkles and metallics are going to be in again this year, this winter. These are peep toe shoes, and they are LK Bennett. So I thought, hello, I don't mind those. And at £3, I don't mind them at all. The soles do have quite a bit of wear on them, but I don't mind with the leather sole because the heel is good. And, you know, how many people are looking at the bottom of the sole, to be perfectly frank? They look ropey because as soon as you wear a pair of leather shoes outside, they literally just discolour and scuff up, especially if it's been wet. Personally, I don't particularly like a leather sole because it's very slippery. And no one wants to go base over apex in the public scenario. But these are not too high heel. I would say about 3.5, something like that. They're elegant. And it's this sparkly stuff that I think is still around, with a bow on. I keep hearing the square toe is going to be the next big thing, back in again. But there's not many of those to find. They're going to need a bit of a clean. They're a bit dusty. They've been in someone's wardrobe. But for £3, I mean, there's got to be an easy 20-25 out of those, surely. Particularly as the heels are so nice. You know, they really don't have a worn look about them, which is what I like. Pretty for the party season. Words party, keyword, will be going on everything. And I know it's awful because we haven't even had Halloween yet. Or Samhain, as I call it. And other people call it all sorts of things. But I like the autumn equinox, which is pretty much where we are today, in a couple of days' time, where light and dark are equal. Those of you who follow nature will know that's quite a special time because it's about balance. And I kind of think balance is what we need. And I love this time of year when everything's still lovely, still warm, still fruitful, still full of energy, but you know that winter's coming. So it kind of gives you that, winter is coming, yes, gives you that whole energy to do something important with the sunshine that we have left. Except if you're in Australia, Bronwyn, congratulations on the ka-ching, because of course for you it's springtime. And you know, the funny thing is when I talk to witches over in Australia, New Zealand, anywhere around in the other hemisphere, they'll often have their festivals the other way around. So they'll be celebrating Beltane, kind of May Day, that kind of beginning of summer. That's exactly what's happening around the other side of the world, I guess, Britain. So it always does my head in a bit slightly, but you have to go with the season and not with our arbitrarily the way we label things. These are quite pink. Not my colour, not my shade of choice. Pink suede, but they were quite a decent brand. They had so little wear on them. Echo. It's quite a good brand, actually. I think there's probably going to be about 20 quid in these. There's very little sign of wear on them. And although they're not really a winter shoe, obviously being suede, they'll certainly do somebody for a nice autumn walk. The OK minutes were 6. Sorry, bashing them around. That's not very nice, is it? What size are these? No, you're not going to tell me. Don't you just hate that when a shoe doesn't tell you what size it is? I mean, like it's some big secret. Let's have a look at the other one. They're surprisingly large. Well, I say large, I mean they're bigger than my feet, but then my feet aren't particularly big. No bloody help at all. Excuse me. I would say they're probably at least an 8. They are quite a size. Well, compared to my feet. God, that sounds awful, doesn't it? I like diddy feet and big feet, and mine are somewhere in the middle. I guess I'm sort of almost Mrs. Average size feet, even though the rest of me isn't particularly average. Miso soup. It's kind of lunch today. God, I'm so tired. I don't know why. That was lunch today. Now, those Echo shoes, I'm not doing this very professionally, am I? They only cost me £2, which was the other reason why I went for them. The laces are in fab condition. But who needs blue soles with pink shoes? I mean, ew, clashy, clashy. Someone will love them. I have tried everything, actually, by the by, to get rid of when you get a yellowing on the rims, so to speak, of your shoes. Converse particularly famous for that one. And in spite of all the magic sponges and the various things, I still struggle. I've got a pair of Nikes that I can't seem to get clean, so they're not being listed. Anyone's got any hints and tips, I'll happily give other things a try, because we're here to learn. Sue, hello. So I'm just seeing the hello, Sue, didn't mean to ignore you there. Lovely, everyone's saying hello. Now I looked at these and thought, oh my God, they're a nice size, nice and big. There is some somewhere on the heels. They could probably do with a re-heel. They've obviously been re-heeled in the past because these are leather soles. And what do leather soles say, girls? Quality. Now, these are the sort of is this an Oxford style? I have this thing, and there is a name for this with this particular style, and I always have to go and double check. But they were selling these for two English pounds. Really? Even this shop normally sells shoes at sort of £2.50 or £3. They've thoughtfully laced them together. They've got signs of wear, but you know, they're not worn, they have been worn. But they are, no, you can't see that very clearly, Lokes. Loke 1880. Oh, you're busy, Sue, packing. Well, good for you. Keep your chin up, darling, because, you know, those days when you get nothing much happening or a tumbleweed day and you begin to question your sanity. Most days I question my sanity, but that's got nothing to do with my eBay sales. You know, you have to remember kind of why we're doing this, for a bit of a quality of life as well. Now, these are a size 9, and thoughtfully, what I love about Lokes, although I don't find them very often, is a nice little label inside tells you that these are the Burford. There's a particular last, which I think is the form they're made on. A size 9, made in England. So in theory, my son, who is literally just this, oh, what's going on with my fringe? It was literally just this minute turned 13. I have taken delivery this morning of a pair of size 9 shoes for him. 9. He's 13. he's not as tall as me yet. Honestly, I tell you, he put his arms up the other day, right? You know, this thing with blazers and that. And I thought, yeah, his blazer looks good across his shoulders now. It sort of fits nicely and the length is right. It does with his arms up there, isn't it? He's got arms that are like noodles. They're so long. And I'm like, oh my God. But if I buy him a much bigger blazer, then he's going to end up looking like a 1980s shoulder pads figure with a massive coat on. So I'm really coming unstuck there. But I'm going to go to the second-hand shop at the school and get him a bigger blazer because it costs a lot less than the 140 odd pounds I had to pay for the last one. Yeah, these are lovely lokes. I really like lokes. They're quality made. And even though they need a bit of a reheal, I may do it if I think these are worth it. Your 15-year-old brother wears a size 13 shoe. Wow. He's about 6'4". My husband, okay, he's probably about 6'3.5" now because we shrink slightly as we get older. But he's got size 10 feet. And I have size 6 feet and I'm 5'9". So we have small feet. So if he's already going into a size 9, how bloody tall is he going to be? Answers aren't. Shall we open a book on it? Oh dear. Husband thinks about 6'6". I'm thinking probably more like 6'8". But I don't know. And it doesn't matter really. It's just interesting and weird and strange to think something that you gave birth to that was that size, it can end up being so massive. So I was a bit pleased with those at £2. That was kind of like, hello, I'm on a roll. So, because I was on that roll, I found another pair of shoes. Also lokes. £2.50 these ones. Why they were 50p more expensive, I don't know, but they've got hardly anywhere on the heels. And they're another brogue or whatever these are called in a tan colour. That's supposed to be this season's colour. They are so nice. Loke 1880, made in England. The Chester. These are called the Chester. All the information's in there. So these haven't got a leather sole, but to be honest, they're probably more practical. I don't know what these go for. I know some people have trouble getting rid of some of the quality brands. They do have scuffs and things, but it's kind of part of the character, I think. But, they're going to make me money. I'm certainly not losing money on those. So that made it quite profitable. Ginger Witch, hello there. You're 6'3" and very broad with it. Yes. That's it. We are all so different. But it all works for us all, doesn't it? I mean, yeah, I think of myself, my husband's build is kind of wide at the shoulders, but he is very slimline. Yeah, I'm probably got a bit more oofed about me perhaps than my husband has. So if I was scaled up to that size, I would be bigger. But it is hard to know. My son is like a pipe cleaner at the moment. Oh, Bronwyn, you're UK3 with tiny little feet. Oh, that's so sweet. Wow. That's amazing. Size 3 feet. Oh, so dainty. How lovely. I think whatever size feet you got, it really doesn't matter a hoot. Right, I'm going off clothes for a moment. Oh, God. I'm going to try and get this out without ruining it. I couldn't leave this behind because he was just so cute. Now, I thought maybe he'd lost his tail, but apparently I think he's a springbok, and they only have little diddy tails with a baba at the bottom. They are quite crudely carved, I have to say, but if I give it a bit of wood polish, I think it'll look nice. And there's something about these, isn't there? My nan used to have them, and it's that kind of thing that is very much, I don't know, in vogue again, I suppose. I just couldn't leave it behind. I'm just soft that way. Now this, that cost me £1, by the way, a whole English pound. Keep forgetting to tell you. Now this poor, sad, weird little, and she's gone. There is. She should be in here. She should actually be in here, standing on the top, probably turning round and round as the music plays. I don't know the tune, but she's so sort of 40s, 50s in her style. It's not going to stop now, is it? It was so cute, and I know it's a bit of a wreck. It needs a good clean for a start. There is a little. I'm not showing this very well, am I? There's a little hole there. We've got little drawers for jewels, I would imagine. Why's that upside down then? Why is that upside down? I don't know. It's got all these sort of things that look kind of bizarre. Little. I'm assuming it's going to be Japanese or something similar. If I can hold this without even falling out, then it's got a little, kind of Mount Fuji kind of scene. Oh, Lang Syne. It might be actually. The rest of you is not dainty. You're just short. Oh, it's okay. That's called petite. It's not short. It's petite. Yeah, this has had a real tough life. Bless it. Right, and it's so cute. It had a charm about it. Very rustic. We're not talking refined lacquer here. This has literally been painted and painted on. This was lacquered here, but as you can see, it's lacquered on the inside, so it must have been all lacquer at one time. I think that would make an amazing project for someone to repair and make fabulous again. Oops. It won't be me because I don't think I'm that skilled. I'll give it a light wipe over and advertise it as something that could be a marvellous project for someone. It was £2 and I kind of thought, even if I sell it to someone for £10, I want to see it having life. I don't like thinking of something like this ending up in landfill because it's too sad. No, I think she wants to lie down. I think she's had too much gin. Too much gin. Oh, there we go. We're falling over. Come on, we've all been there. But it's just so cute. It's just so cute. I don't know if it'll make any money, but there was something about the proportions of it I thought were rather sweet. I was little. There we are. Stuff on the end there as well. Stuff on the end. Lovely painted scenes. I'm not exactly sure. No, I don't quite get that. Anyway, so it's got the turnkey underneath for the little music box, and somebody could possibly take it apart and make it lovely again, or just enjoy its rustic charms. I don't know. That was an odd one. But hey, you've got to do these things, haven't you? Imagine a horror film. Oh, these things never do with me. I just think they're interesting and old. Now this is a bit red and a bit strange. Not my usual thing to pick up, but it's basically like a go-kart seat. Well, it is a go-kart seat or a racing seat, but it's not a little kid's one. It's actually quite a decent size. A couple of scuffs on it. Reminded me of the Ferrari. Is it Ferrari or McLaren? What does this have on the side? I didn't really look that closely. AWS. I've no idea what that is. But I guess it's fire resistant. That's it, I would imagine. It does have words on the side here, so I thought it's not just a fancy dress up to look like a racing driver job, which was my initial thought. Advanced wear and safety KS1 kart suit. Meets the requirements of a standard blah, blah, blah. Protection against crushing. Oh, no, it's not manufactured to give protection against crushing. No. Okay, but it's generally... boots and gloves should be worn. So really, it is a safety thing. Outer layer made of Cordura nylon. And it says it's a size 14, so I'm assuming it's a ladies' one. Not that you'd know. It's not like it's got darts or anything. There we go, and it has all this sort of doodads on the back of it. I just thought for the £3 that I paid for it, I figured that if someone was into go-karting, they'd probably quite like a red one. And I don't know if they're expensive to buy new. I didn't look that one up. That was one of my wild hunts. Crazy things I buy every now and again. Somebody might want it for a fancy dress. There is that. People like dressing up, don't they? For all sorts of reasons. So I don't know what money's in that, but for £3, I'm so, I'm going to make something on it. I like trying different things. I'm not saying I'm getting bored with clothes, because I'm not. Clothes are brilliant and wonderful and provide most of my income. I must admit I'm very bored with the high street ones, and I tend to avoid an awful lot of them now unless they've got a real distinctive style or a really unusual brand or there's really something about it. Only because there are so many people doing it that I've kind of moving away from that and slowly changing up my store. I like lots of different things, as you'll see, bric-a-bracy things, weird and wonderful stuff. Let's try not to swear. Now, I don't need to not swear because I'm not at 1,000 yet, but I'm hoping to reach that so that I can do a live at the reseller meetup, which I hope you're all going to. Those watching and those not. Oh, here's a bit of vintage craziness. I'll do it properly so you can see all the full horror. I love this colour, mind you. It's sort of, oh, actually, it doesn't come over at all well on camera because I have to put the blinds down in order not to be sort of washed out in what is glorious sunshine. It's really a proper turquoisey, greeny blue, which actually always seems to be popular. I can't get the button on there. Green. Oh dear, it's probably never been buttoned up quite to the top. But I like to show them buttoned up to the top because people can do what they want with them. This is a proper 1980s. Oh, it looks teal, but it isn't. It's actually turquoisey, and it's a silky. It is actually shot silk, in a really a slub silk where you get the more raw looking silk. But it's very 80s. It's got little shoulder pads. It's got kind of chevron pin tucking down here. It's got the ever important, I'm finding, the puffy sleeve. Although this is a 3/4 length sleeve. Lots of detail on it. I can't even really see the brand or what it's made of. I just happen to know it's silk. Something boutique. Something boutique. A worn away label. It is a bit, except it's not really long enough for that. But it has that. You see, what people would do is kind of style it and tuck it into a pair of really high-waisted jeans. So you've got the tight sort of mum jean thing going on, and then you have the baggier blouse. And it's quite a good look. Not for me, definitely not for me, but for someone else. I'm quite happy to say these things are not for me. Oh, I know what this is. Now, if you ever... That's a black cloak. It's one of those ones that's probably a Chinese or fancy dress one, but that actually isn't for resale. Look, it's huge. It's lovely. This is for my son to wear at Halloween because his existing robe or cloak, depending what you care to call it, his existing cloak is way too small. And this one wasn't a bad quality. You know, not a heavy one, obviously, but that'll be something that he can wear. Although I have warned him that given the size he is, and he's rather sort of slim and rather spooky at the moment, that he's got to be careful not to freak people out because he's the size of an awful lot of adults. And even though he wants to go and trick or treat, he's got to be a little respectful and just mind that he doesn't A, scare small people, as in children, and B, hair needs doing, and not to sort of be seen to be demanding sweeties with menaces, because that's not good. It was a much better colour in real life than it showed up on the screen. It really is that blue-green jewel-like colour, and those jewel-like strong colours, I think, seem to be making a comeback because it is that's one of the good things that was reminiscent of the 80s. Right, what else have we got? Not much more. I'm not telling you what I paid for things again. What am I like? Yeah, it was £3. This was £3. The silk thing. There's got to be a good odd 20 quid in that. I mean, I try not to buy things if I think I'm only going to be able to sell it for a tenner. I'm trying to leave it alone, even if it's dirt cheap, because the amount of work and fees, and I just can't be doing that. This wasn't a bad find, though. Good old leather jackets. This is actually Lee Cooper. And it's a 12. Now, I think this is a faux leather jacket, but I really wasn't bothered because it only cost me £3. I'm pretty sure it's faux. It looks hardly worn. So many languages, not the one I'm looking for. Blah, 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 blah. hello, cat. I might end up with a cat again. No, I can't read Polish. It really doesn't want to tell me in English, which is kind of annoying. But I would be definitely. It's got that. It's thin. Yeah, it's definitely faux leather. Or vegan leather, as people will say. Oh, hello, Puss. We have a guest. Who's Maximus? Oh, fireball. Here we go. Come enjoy it. Yeah, I know. No, you big baby. Here we go. Everyone wants to see you. Then they're getting the back end now. It's not really much fun when you're a black cat, is it? Go on, off you go. Don't sit on that. It's silk. Ah. I'm not someone who claims their stuff comes from a pet-free home. I'm really not. See that tail? So frundy. So frundy. Anyway. Oh, hairs in face. It's the only problem with having a multi-cat. That's it. You just sit there and watch. Oh, very elegant. I'm not showing you that because it'll be X-rated. It's a cat washing its areas. Yeah, so I haven't officially worked out if that is faux leather or not. In fact, now that I come to do it up and look at it properly, because it's a very small shop that I go to, and it was really rather busy this morning. More busy with people coming to make donations. I think what's happened is kids have gone back to school and everyone's having a bit of a clear out. Okay, so that's a slightly unusual design where they've kind of got the, bit of a waterfall going on rather than the biker style. But still quite nice. And it's brown. Now I feel in the wind. Nice set of cuffs there. Look at that. Got all those buttons on. Liking it. Nice metal buttons as well, not plastic. I kind of feel that much as I love black, and brown is one of those things that goes in and out of fashion, and I feel that brown, tan particularly, but brown in general, because it's softer and easier for a lot of people to wear, is kind of making a bit of a resurgence. I could be wrong, but that's just my kind of instinct. He is a bit cute, isn't he? He's called Max, or Maximus Furball. My son named him Maximus Furball because he is simply that. A big furball. Yeah, you will. I don't need washing or clawing. Oh, I'm getting washed. You know, they have those little raspy tongues that kind of... Yeah, you're very, very cute. There we go. There we go. There we go. Oh, am I showing you properly? I don't know. There he is. Yeah. Sorry. Picture's a cute cat. Oh, hello, Shelley. I know, it's just an impromptu thing. You can backtrack, much like I had to do with you yesterday with your live bit. I had to kind of say hello at the end and then go back and watch it properly. Okay, there's two more things. Oh, this was nice. Well, nice if you can bear mohair, and I know people have different feelings about mohair. It's actually a very odd, with a free bit of grass, very odd shaped jumper. So it looks nothing on a hanger. It's one of these very strange shaped jumpers with a little buttons at the front. I'm assuming that's the front. You know how you never quite know how something goes, and you think, how the hell am I going to work that out? But when I checked inside, it is COS. Now, there's a lot of COS that is not doing too well right now, partly because it's flooded, yes. But this happens to have mohair, a good percentage of mohair in it. It looks like 51% mohair, and the rest is man-made, so it's washable, but it's got that mohair feel for those who like it. And it's quite a thin jumper, so it's quite good for autumn. It has, however, someone's plainly been to a festival in it, I'm sure, because it's basically got grass all over it. So, yeah, these kind of very fine knit jumpers that, almost, there you go, you can see it against the ceiling, almost kind of see-through, I think do quite well at any time of the year because they're not big and heavy. And then the biggest and heaviest thing in terms of jumpers is this great big monstrous thing. Now, Shelley, you like a cozy jumper. Now, I have just found a tiny hole in it. Ack. But what I do is I sew them up, because if they're not somewhere obvious and they're not going to actually show. I mean, obviously I'll say I've had a couple of holes and I've repaired them, but you won't see them. Actually, no, that wasn't a hole. It was just where the wool was stretched a bit. Anyway, it's basically a long, hippie, cosy coatigan, I suppose you'd say. It's got all this fringing going on at the neckline, fringing on the ends of the wristies, at the cuff. But thankfully, it's not fringed at the bottom because that just gets caught in things, and you end up bringing half the garden back in with you when you've been out. It's a good make as well because it's that like the hippie brand that I think a lot of people may or may not have heard about. Gringo. Doesn't tell me what size it is. They rarely bother, you know. Handmade in Indonesia. Apparently. Can't quite read the rest. I think that's something like hand wash in cool water. So it's not going to tell me what it's made of, but it doesn't feel like wool. It feels like something more synthetic than that. And I can't see any other labels. But it's a great big long one. So that would probably be sort of knee length on me, and maybe a little longer for Shelley. But again, it's in browns, browny yellowy tones. But I kind of thought for the £3, again, it's a good price, £3. A lot of their things are £2 or £3. You know, I thought someone will really want that because it's a bit hippie and it's nice and cosy for the coming season. Harry Potter-esque. Well, it probably would do, actually. Oh, I'm sorry, cat. Shock and surprise on behalf of the cat. Use my knees. We'll see what length it is because it's only 1 metre high. Standing up. Oh. I don't know what I get for it. The sleeves are often too long for me. I've got surprisingly short arms. Oops. If it had been in black. We've got airplanes now. Yes, you see, I do have this problem where I've got quite short arms. So I would have a problem with that. But that actually comes to just below my knee. Which is a bit Harry Potter-esque. There's no hood though. It's just oh, is there meant to be a button there? That could be annoying, which might be why it's ended up in the charity shop. Right, okay, I get it. That isn't the only button. There's meant to be a button here. What I will do is I've got some lovely big wooden buttons, and I'll probably replace this thing because it's not very pretty with wooden buttons so that you can actually fasten it properly. Luckily, I've got quite a good selection of big buttons just for such occasions. That's why I have my button box. Okay, so yeah, you don't always look at things closely enough when you're in the shop. You kind of go, oh, that's nice, and grab. Especially when there's other people doing similar things in there. Can't really afford to hang about. So, oh, Chris B's in. Hello. Oh goodness me, I've been wishing on for half an hour plus, haven't I? So yeah, don't know what else to say really. I'm not sure if there's a Seller Ladies tomorrow. I know it's always a bit of a difficult thing because everyone's got so many things they should be doing. If there is, I might well be on it. If there's not, I'll do another haul sometime. I have got a jumble sale on this weekend that I may or may not go to. I've got a boot fair that I most definitely will go to because I think it's going to be the last really good weather of the season. So I don't really want to miss that. I think once you get past September, people, you know, the kind of families who are looking to get rid of stuff tend not to go. Certainly around here, they tend not to bother because they think, oh, it's going to be wet, or it's going to be, well, I can't be bothered, or I'll just hang on to the stuff or take it to the charity shop. So I really want to get down there and hopefully snaffle a few more bargains because I very rarely go to boot fairs. That one's only on every other week. And quite often I'm doing something else so I can't go. Joys of family life, etc. So I'm going to get in there while I can. And I'm just fussing my cat in case anyone's wondering. He's kind of all curled up. Oh, don't know what I've done there. Have I pressed the wrong button? There we go. He's kind of all curled up and looking gorgeous. That's the usual position of that cat. Perfectly fair unless he's feeding. or running around outside doing cat things, as they tend to. So I hope everybody's well. It's nice to say hello to you all. And those who haven't been able to join in, I hope you're doing well as well. And I know Kachings have been a bit thin on the ground for some people. It's all a bit Janice Joplin. If only I had her voice. Alas, not. Mind you, I'm not as bad as some members of my family who can clear a room. I always think I'm in tune, but I'm no great shakes. I'm all right with chants and things, but if someone said sing a lovely song, I think I'd be come a bit unstuck. So yes, I'm waffling now, aren't I? I'm purely waffling. I've got some videos to catch up on. I know there's a few people I need to go back and watch. And what I tend to do is have two windows open. Have one window open with the YouTube channel, and then I go and then I'm listing away, so I can sort of do two things at one time. So it's a bit of a cheat, really. I'm going to go and do some of that, do some photography while the light is in the right place, neither one side nor the other, and crack on with some listings. So keep busy, guys, and I will see you all soon. Tutty bye. Now I can end the broadcast. I've got to press this. I've got to press this button. And it's asking me, do I want to end it? Yes, I do. And good night.